Welcome to Coffee with Chaos. My name is James. Here is my coffee. And behind me, of course, is utter kick. Wait, what happened to my chaos? Oh, that's right. I'm doing spring cleaning. And, you know, I know it's fall. I know it's fall, but if I wait and do my spring cleaning in the fall, I don't have to do fall cleaning. Makes sense to me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What's up? Glad to see you. Glad you could stop in. Yeah, this is my Savage show. But it's not going to get savage yet. We're going to get savage a little later, you know, because the first thing I got to do is maybe talk about whatever's on my mind, which not a whole lot. I'm thinking about what I have to do to the next wrap I'm working on my conservation of our Army at War 269, which, of course, I throw in to the YouTube 3 times a week. And it's fun. But, that's what's been on my mind most of the time. That and cleaning up. And I'm pulling out boxes and going through boxes, right? And I pull stuff out of a box and I go, what? Why do I have this? What? Can I sell it? No. Why do I have it? It's broken. So I check and see if anybody's selling broken of what that particular item is. And either nobody is or it's selling for like 50 cents. So I'm chucking it, tossing it. But and that's the way I'm going. I'm going box by box by box. And I probably have thousands of boxes that I got to go through. It takes time. And when I'm doing that, and when I'm doing all of that, I've also got to go through and try to find other items, you know, that I'm missing. Like my Tomb of Dracula #10 that I know I've gotten. I've actually shown it on air because a friend of mine was visiting the other day, and he said, "Look, I know you've got it. You showed it on one of your videos." And I went, "Yeah, I know that too, but I can't find it." Now that same guy is the guy that brought me that long box of comics last week. If you remember, in that long box of comics, there was 3 items that I said I was going to fix up. You know, I don't have any time to do that stuff. But there's the Bionic Woman. Like I said, I thought I had a spare jumpsuit, and I do. The hair came out reasonably well. It's tough to do doll hair, but I've got it down to where I can do it pretty reasonably. And then, of course, there's this one from Charlie's Angels, and that one came out pretty nice. I took off the jumpsuit, took off the boots, washed it all, washed the doll, and fixed the hair so it wasn't quite as bad. You got to be able to do all sorts of things, you know. And then the other Charlie's Angel, and this was pink. Somebody had used watercolor paint on it. I got most of it off. It doesn't look too bad now, so I might get a decent price out of them. I don't know. I might just throw them up there on the shelf and forget about them. Who knows? So, yeah, I said I was going to fix them. I did. I don't know how good they are, but yeah. The other thing, you know, I've got a lot of stuff that I'm missing, that I know I've got. I just can't find it. Like I said, Tomb of Dracula #10 is a prime example of that. My Savage Tales 2 through 11. What happened to them? Where are they? I found them. I'm going to show them tonight. But before I get to that, it's time to go through the comics that I pressed this week. And in next week's, you're going to see a lot of comics that look familiar if you watched my video on Friday where I did the 10 dogs based on Comic Collector Geeks challenge. I did one. I didn't try to do top 10 because I don't have first appearances of a lot of those characters. So I just did 10 that I liked. And I decided, what the heck? I have them out. I'm going to put them in the line to be pressed. So I did. They're getting pressed as we speak. So what did I press? We got Archie 449 from 1996. Nice, and it's a newsstand. Nice and pressed and shiny and clean. All good. Flash Gordon number 24. I forgot to write down the date. I don't know who did the cover. Nobody seems to know who did the cover. It kind of looks like George Wilson, but he's not gotten any credit for it. Every place I look also the same thing. Unknown. Nobody knows. It's Flash Gordon number 24. That's from, looks like July of 1979. That's what I'm going to say. I might be wrong. Why is this one taped? Yes. We have Tarzan number 33 from 1952. And there's the picture on the back. And this is the last one I'll be showing the back of because they don't have, or they didn't do too many more after that. And I go like from number 33 to number 35 or 39 or something. Just here browsing. Glad you could stop in. Gru number 17 from 1986. I like Sergio. He's funny. Both what he draws and in real life, he's a real character also. Haven't seen him since in the 90s, but you know. Richie Riches number 2 from 1972. And of course, no clue who did the cover because it's Richie Rich. And nobody knows who did any of the covers of Richie Rich. I can't find any information on it. We've got Justice League number 139 from 1977. Neil Adams did the cover on this beautiful book. It's got some creases up here, but overall it turned out pretty nice. Of course, Howard Chaykin does all of the American flag, writing, art, everything. This is from 1985, number 26. The next one is part of a micro series. This is number 1 of 1 of Aristocratic Extraterrestrial Time Traveling Thieves. It's number 1 from 1986. And Mark Probst did the art on that. Next up, we have number 543 of 576. Classics Illustrated Junior, The House in the Woods. And Lynn Streeter did the art on this one. Valkyrie Volume 1, Number 1. Last week I showed Volume 2, Number 1. It's from 1987, and Paul Gulacy did the art. You've got Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers, number 6 from 1982. And of course, Jack Kirby did that. From April of 1972, we have The Phantom, number 49. And Pat Boyette did the art on that. There's Archie, number 454, from 1996. And this is, of course, a direct market copy. And you can tell by the extra barcode over here. And Stan Goldberg did the artwork. There's a Boris Karloff from 1972. This is number 41. And George Wilson did the cover art. I got to check to make sure. This is Tarzan number 35 from 1952, and it doesn't have a picture on the back. It's an advertising or a sports fact or something like that. So that one turned out really nice. Very happy with the way that turned out. We have another Gru here, number 45 from 1988. And of course, Ruferto, the ultimate dog. Why didn't I include that one? Or did I? I don't remember. There's a Richie Rich Success, number 100 from 1981. Of course, I don't see how anybody can figure this is number 100. Yeah, we do. Really nice Nick Carty artwork on this Witching Hour number 35 from 1973. American Flag number 21 by Howard Chaykin. And it's from 1985, June of 1985. This is Magic Man number 1. This was published in 1998. And of course, the cover was done much earlier than that. That is actually a Jack Kirby cover. But of course, by 1998, Jack Kirby was no longer with us, I believe. I think he died before that. Could be wrong. My memory is not what it was yesterday. It's the Classics Illustrated Junior, number 544-576. The Golden Fleece. Now this, yeah. The Golden Fleece, it's saying the artist is unknown, but that looks like a Mike Sikowski artwork to me. And I've compared it with some other Sikowski art that I know is Sikowski, and it looks like his style. So I suspect that's who did it, but I can't say for sure. Yeah, Magic Man is it's kind of neat. You don't see him too often. And it's all reprint. Silver Star number 4 from PC. and of course that's Jack Kirby also from 1983. Okay. Kenneth, how you doing? And welcome, Mike Parks. Glad to see you. Here's the Phantom, number 59. This is from 1973, it looks like. Yep, 1973, December. Pat Boyette did the cover on that one. There's another Stan Goldberg Archie cover, number 473, from 1998, July 1998, newsstand. The Foozle, number 3. Now, I've shown some other comics, Captain somebody in the Foozle. This is that there was 2 issues of that, and then it was just called the Foozle, number 3. Now, I steamed it. Well, actually, I had it in my humidity chamber for a day and a half, and I pressed it, and it still has some wrinkles on the bottom. Probably going to get repressed. There's another George Wilson cover on this Boris Karloff, number 53, from 1974. Yeah, 1974, April 1974. Tarzan, number 39, Lex Barker cover. I thought this was missing the centerfold because I counted the pages and they didn't have the right number of pages. But then another one that I know has the right number of pages, I counted that, it had the same number of pages. So I think what happens is when you get to the end of a story here, there's no the end. It just cuts off and then starts a new story. And I think that threw me off. So it's actually not incomplete, but it is in low grade condition. And finally, we're going to end with another group. This is number 46 from 1988, December 1988. Discovered it. That was what I pressed. Well, it's not everything I pressed, but it's almost everything. I think there were 4 or 5 more that I pressed that I didn't include because I'm limiting it to 28, which is 4 a day. Sometimes I'll press 5 in a day. One time I pressed 6. So, what makes this savage? Because this is the Savage show. None of this stuff was savage. This is savage. And of course, you've seen it before. Savage Sales number 1. You've seen it before. I've shown it before. But I didn't show Savage Tales number 2. I had 2 of them. Might have to let one of them go, whichever one is in the lower grade. And I'm not, if I see who did the covers, then I'll let you know. Oh, okay. I don't understand, but all right. Savage Tales number 3. Pablo Marquez did the cover on that. I have two of those also. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious who did the cover on this. It's the Savage Tales #4. I'm pretty sure that's Neil Adams. Like about 99%. I could be wrong. This, I believe, is #5. About 2 years. I think #1 came out in 1971. And #2, I think, came out in 1973. I'm not going to swear to that, but I think that's what it was. Of course, I could open them up and find out. I'll do that. I will give you an exact answer. May 1971 is the cover date for Savage Tales #1. It says published quarterly, copyright 1973. October 1973 was #2. So, yeah. Anyway, this is #5, I believe. #6. Savage Tales #1 was really hard to find when it came out. It's not like it was in, because you had to go to 7-Elevens and drugstores and places like that to find it. Here's #7, beautiful Boris Vallejo cover. #8. Cover art looks familiar, but I'm not going to attribute it. #9. I think only #1 had Man-Thing in it. I haven't read these in 40 years, so I can't really remember. Here's #10, another beautiful Boris Vallejo cover. And #11. Now, 1985, they brought back Savage Tales. But I only have 2 of those. I have #3. And I have #8. And I kept #8 because I like the cover. I don't know why I like the cover, I just do. my Savage Tales. But that's not the only reason it's Savage. Let me pull out some more Savage here. Since this is a Savage show, we have Kazar the SAVAGE #1. Murphy Anderson cover. I didn't dig out my Doc Savage. I know I have some, I just didn't dig them out. #2. #3. #4. #5. #6. #7. #8. #9, Newsstand. #9, Direct. #10. 11. 12. #13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. And 25. And someday I need to finish this collection. The first appearance of Kazar was in a pulp magazine, Kazar #1. There were 3 of them, and I had them at one point. But his first appearance in the Bronze Age, or in the Copper Age, his first appearance in the Silver Age was in, I think, an issue of Daredevil. But yeah, he was a Golden Age character, and pre-Golden Age, because the pulp came out in the early 30s or late 30s, I think. I don't know, I don't remember, and I used to have it, and I wanted to get it again, so I looked it up online and went, nah, I don't want it. It was way out of my budget. So. Look at some more magazines. I think I got some magazines here. I've got I've actually got a couple of comics that have Savage in the name, but I didn't pull. I've got some Savage Henry. I've got Doc Savage. I've got some other things that say Savage on them, and I can't remember what the names are. But I do have some more magazines here that we'll go through. And we'll start with this one. Another Boris Vallejo cover. SAVAGE Sword of Conan, #1. Now, I don't have all of these, and it's one of those things that I accumulate. I haven't focused on trying to collect them all. Maybe one day I will. Savage Sword of Conan number 4. Another Boris cover. Number 6, Alex Nino. Number 7, and that's a Boris cover also. Number 8, that's a Frank Werner cover. Number 11, it says KB down here. And apparently I have a couple of those. Number 12, and this one needs a little bit of love. But I'm not doing magazines right now. I'm not conserving magazines right now. Just comic books. Number 15. Same thing with this. It needs some conservation. Number 16. I haven't even looked at these in probably 30 years. This is a Dan Adkins cover on number 18. Yeah, it's been about 30 years since I looked at these. Number 43. So like I said, I don't have all of these and haven't been trying to get them all. Number 45. I have most of the Red Sonjas that Frank Thorne did, but I don't have all of them. I have a lot of Red Sonjas though. Felix, how you doing? I didn't include Red Sonja in these. Number 46. I'll dig out my Red Sonjas someday and show them to you. Number 56. Number 58. Number 59. Number 60. Number 72, Joe Jusko cover. Number 76, and this is Chiodo cover. Number 83. Number 84. '87. '88. Yes, I do. I have a lot of them. But I stopped trying to collect them because there's just too many of them. It's like she's on almost every Marvel comic. It seemed like she was on every Marvel title for a while. And I just went, can't do it. And they'd have like 5 or 6 different versions of her on a cover. It just wasn't worth trying to get them. So I quit trying to get them all. Number 89. I do have her first appearance, though. 91. 92. 93. What numbers? Oh, 94. Black Cat, to me, has one of the coolest costumes in Marvel Comics. All right. Number 95. Number 101. I believe he did. I believe Felix the Cat did have a comic. I'd have to look it up. Give me a second and I'll check. Actually, I'll take you with me. If I can find it. And what we're going to do is look in the database, the grand database. That's quicker than me looking it up. Felix the Cat. Oh, yeah. 19 issues from Dell Comics from 1948 to 1949. And then from 1962 here's a number one issue from 1962. That was 1962 to 1965. And then 1991 to 1992 or 1993 by Harvey, and that was So yeah, Felix the Cat has had several. Here's probably the earliest one, and that's from 1931. No, because here's a book of his from 1927. So yeah, definitely had Felix the Cat. Definitely had some. Very cool. Yeah, you just have to, once you learn to go through the Grand Comics database, it's pretty easy. You just have to practice it. Like anything. SAVAGE Sword of Conan, number 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 110. Yeah, probably is. Number 111. Another Jusco cover, 112. Kind of like this cover a little bit. I'm not sure why. 113. Actually, I like all of these covers. That's why I've saved them. 114. 117. 118. 119. Ernie Chan. I got a couple of those. 120. 121. 122. 123. Got a couple of those also. 126. 128. 129. You want to know how long these have been in bags and boards? Look at the board. Yeah, I'm going to have to rebag all of these. 131. 132, another Jusco cover. And Savage Sword of Conan, Barbarian, Annual number 1. Yeah, I showed my Treasury editions a couple of weeks back. They're in my, yeah, they're there somewhere. I got to go through and put make a coffee with chaos list so that I can put all of those in one place. So, a lot of Savage comics, huh? You'd think that I'd pretty much run out of Savage comics, wouldn't you? I mean, I've shown quite a few. But the best is yet to come. I have more. You want Savage? Yeah, I threw a couple of comics in your box, Michael. I don't remember what they were. And I'm not going to get it down low. All right, are we ready for more Savage? Savage She-Hulk, number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. You asked about Man-Thing, number 8. Number 9. Number 10. They did a TV series. I enjoyed it. I liked it, but they opted not to do the second season. Probably because it cost too much. Number 11. Number 12. Number 13, with an appearance by Manwolf. Yep. Yeah, I like Michael Golden. Number 14. Number 15. Number 16. Number 17. Number 18. Number 19. Number 20. Number 21. Number 22. Number 23. Number 24. And number 25. How many of you were paying attention? If you can tell me how many direct market issues I just showed you in my Savage She-Hulk, I will send you Savage Tales 2, 3, and 4. If you can tell me how many Savage She-Hulks I showed you that had direct market, that were from direct market. And you got till the end of the show to let me know. At the end of the show, I'll reveal it. Michael Parks, hit me up on Instagram, and I'll send you those comics or those magazines. There were 3, exactly. Which is pretty interesting because that means almost now I want to replace those 3 that I have that are the direct market with newsstand copies. I am, let's see, I'll put my information up here so you can see it. As soon as I figure out where it is. Yeah. Kollecting Kaos on, just, I go by Kollecting Kaos on Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram with your name and address, and I will send you those three. I didn't expect anybody to get it that quick. But yeah, you won Savage Sales 2, 3, and 4. And I won't even charge you shipping. You can send it anytime. It doesn't have to be tonight. You can send it tomorrow, the next day. Yeah, just send it before next week. Before next Wednesday. So, we got a winner. I don't know what to do now. What else do I have here?
Not the mama, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama.
Like I said, I didn't really expect anybody to get it that quick because a lot of people they're focusing on the cover. They don't really pay attention to whether it's direct or newsstand. I tend to notice those things because it interests me. Of course, you know you're not going to get the best copies. You're going to get. I'm going to keep the best copies for my collection, but what can I say? Well, that's all the Savage stuff I have that I can find easily. I know I have more. Like I said, I have Doc Savage. Maybe we'll do a second Savage episode someday. And if I do, it won't just be Savage in the title. It'll be because the cover looks savage. And I have a few fit in that category very nicely. And they're not all Tarzan. And they're not all Korak. I've run out of things to show. I usually have more than that. And of course, at the beginning of the show, I showed the 3 dolls that I showed last week. I cleaned them up, I fixed them up, and I put they all have clothes now, so I won't be showing any naked dolls. But I showed them at the beginning of the program, or the beginning of the show, so that you could see what I did to them. And that's, I like doing stuff like that. I like working on toys and comics. I did get 4 items that I haven't made an offer on yet. I have to go through and figure out what I want to offer the guy for. I think he wants to trade for some of my Web of Spider-Man. That's going to be tough because what he's interested in are some of the only key issues in the run, like the first Tombstone and stuff like that. So I don't know. But I'd never seen them before. Well, I'd seen some of them before. This is Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. Of course, that's a large size. And I don't have this one, I don't think. So I said, yeah, I want it. And I've been wanting this one for a while. Not in the best condition in the world, but that's okay. I'll take it because that's one of my favorite covers of all time. And of course, that's from an early Superman. That I'd love to get that cover, that Superman, but I don't have $1,000 to spend on a low grade copy or any grade copy. And then there's this one, and I'd never seen this before. And this is the Marvel Comics Group, the Fantastic World of Hanna-Barbera, #1. And #2. They don't fit the theme. They're not Savage, but they're cool. And I have to make them one-off. And like I said, I know what he wants, but I don't know. Well, #1, I have to see if I have the 3 Web of Spider-Man he's interested in. And #2, I have to decide, is it worth giving up high-grade copies of some of my Web of Spider-Man, which is the only Spider-Man title I collect, by the way. Is it worth me giving up those high-grade copies of Web of Spider-Man for low-grade Treasury editions? I have to decide. That's not going to be an easy decision if I can find them. I know one of the ones he wants is number 118. And I know at one time I had like 5 or 6 copies of it. So I should have a nice copy of that for him. But he wants a direct market copy. He has a newsstand copy. I know for a fact he has a newsstand copy because I pressed it for him. And I think number 36 he wants, and maybe 139 or something like that. I had them written down, but I don't know what I did with the paper that I wrote them down on because I was cleaning. Oh, yeah, 118, 130, or no, number 118, number 36, and 139. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to give up all 3 of them for those 4. Because all 3 of them, that's probably anywhere from $70 to $100. And that's being conservative. But I might give them 1 or 2. Question is, do I still have those 118s? I got rid of a lot of stuff. I don't know if I still have them or not. And I wasn't collecting Web of Spider-Man, and then I got a hold of #1, which, of course, is a beautiful Charlotte Fest cover. I went, yeah, okay, I'll collect these. So, that's what happened with that. It's the only Spider-Man title I collect. And you read some of them, it doesn't make any sense because you haven't read The Amazing Spider-Man and just the Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man, so you don't know what's going on in Web of Spider-Man. Superman was like that for a while. It drove me crazy. But at least they had a little shield with a number in it so you could figure out where it was supposed to go. But yeah, I'm not going to try to mix my Supermans up like that. That's too much trouble. Interesting. I think that's going to be it for tonight. I don't have much else to do or to say. Everybody have yourself a great week. Don't forget to watch my video this morning if you haven't watched it already on my conservation of our Army at War, number 269. And then I'll have another one on Friday. That one's going to be quite a bit shorter. I'm not going to do the interior wrap. I'm not going to show the interior. I'll show it completed, but I'm not going to show me working on it. I'm trying to get those down a little bit. That's probably because that's my name. Yeah, Michael, that is me. But there's a C, not a G, or a C, not a V. So, yeah, that, like I said, that would be me. And I'll check and see. I can check it from my computer here. All right. I saw that you followed me, and I went ahead and followed you back. Patrick, you got here just in time for me to log off. Yeah, I'll get those out to you probably tomorrow. Yeah, Michael, I'll get those in the mail to you tomorrow. I got to wrap them up and put them in a mailer and slap postage on it. Take it to the post office. Not a big deal. I know. I saw that. Patrick. That was cool. Michael Mayrind, if you're still here, I remembered what it was I put in your box. Some of those Conan comics I showed last week are doubles. So I threw them in your box. Tossed them in there. So that's what it was. I knew I'd figure it out. Yeah, that's going to be it. I'll see you all next week. Take care, everybody. And if you go anywhere, drive safe. Just have yourself a good time. Have yourself a good week. And I'll see you again next Wednesday, same time, 8 o'clock Central. I'll be here. I don't know what I'm going to show yet. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Who knows? I'll figure it out before the weekend. 6:30 a.m. Well, it might be 5 a.m. for you. It's 6:30 in the morning for me. It's 6:30 Central Time. Yeah. Okay. We'll see you later. Take care, everybody. Have yourself a great week. And let's do this one more time, just so you know we had a good Savage show. Later. Bye.